Morning folks, it's nice and early in the morning. I'm out at Sticks Engineering here in Cowell, and we are going to fit a fridge slide and a barrier. At the moment I've got a pretty ordinary setup, so we'll just have a quick look. So you can see I've just got it strapped down here. But we're going to fit a fridge slide and a barrier. So that's the barrier, fridge slide. We'll get that done. We'll show you the end result. So we're at the stage now where we've got the fridge slide pretty much done. We'll tidy it up, and once we get the barrier in place. So there you go. So, all done. Check this out. How good is that? Big shout out to Sticks Engineering, giving us a hand to fit the fridge slide and the fridge barrier. Check them out. Woo!
Good morning, folks.
Good morning.
So,
it's our last day in Cowell.
Yeah.
We're leaving now, or today. We've just pulled up down at the foreshore, just get a bit of footage, have a look around.
So it's not every day that you see a whole row of caravans and troopies in a row.
No.
So we've just pulled up here. One and two right at the front. Oh, you can't see that one. Anyway, I'll do a different view.
There's three.
Yeah.
Three troopies with caravans.
Yeah, very cool.
Yep.
Go troopy owners. So we're here at the Cowell Harbour Marina. It's quite pretty, surrounded by mangroves. There aren't really any beaches in Cowell, but as you would have seen from some of our previous videos, there's really beautiful beaches nearby. At Serenity Beach, you've got Flat Rocks and a whole series of beaches to the south, and we're close to Lucky Bay here as well, but this is the marina. Interesting fact about Cowell is it's home to some of the major hatcheries on the Eyre Peninsula for oysters.
Yeah, for oysters. So a lot of the spat that goes to all of the other growing areas is produced here.
And these oysters, we haven't actually really tried the Franklin Harbour oysters.
We're big oyster fans, but we just like...
We were here at the wrong time of the year, so...
Yep, they were spawning, so
we might be able to try and pick some up today before we leave,
before
hopefully.
we leave. Yep.
Yeah.
But the water here is a little bit more salty than most of the other harbour areas, so the flavour of the oysters here is salty, and then a little bit of a sweet aftertaste.
There you go. If you're a keen fisherman, then Cowell is definitely a place to come and check out.
Yeah, absolutely. This is one of the premier fishing places on the Eyre Peninsula because of the harbour, because of the mangroves that are around here, and the shallow water outside of the harbour.
And crabs are very good here too, apparently.
Yeah, crabs, oysters.
Yeah. So yeah, come and check it out.
Yes, fish.
Got some nice little picnic areas out here with barbecues as well. So you can see we've got all the fishing trailers here, so lots of people out on the water, and where the little gazebo is Out here you've got a mangrove walk as well. So Cowell also has some really cool kids playing areas and a free water park. That's right folks, free. I mean, how much fun, right? And just over in the distance is a huge jumping pillow. So there's heaps of stuff here for the kids.
Absolutely. Very, very kid friendly.
So another really cool thing that Cowell has is free Wi-Fi on the main street.
Yeah, it certainly does.
So yeah, heaps of cool reasons to come and explore Cowell.
Particularly if you're a fisherman.
Just about to leave town and we've got a couple of warning lights on our dash. So we've dropped into the local mechanic here. He's going to have a look for us, but he can't have a look for like another hour. So yeah, so much for leaving Cowell today, or when we wanted to anyway. But yeah, hopefully it's a quick fix. So this has been where we've been hanging out for the last couple of months.
Yeah.
Commercial Hotel. Come and check it out if you're in town.
Good food.
Great service.
Good beer.
So saying bye to our little hometown of the last couple of months.
Yep.
Yeah. See you, Cowell.
You've been awesome, Cowell.
Yeah. Howdy, folks.
So, had my chi seriously messed with today.
So day one of leaving Cowell.
We're still here.
So you know the Eagles song, you can check out, but you can never leave?
Hotel California.
Yep.
Yep.
That's us here in Cowell. We were down at the marina filming some footage for you guys, ready to leave, get back in the car, and we've got some warning lights on our dash. So one of them was our oil filter, and although we've just had the vehicle serviced, they didn't change the oil filter.
Diesel filter, honey.
Diesel, well, fuel filter, sorry.
Fuel filter, yeah.
So they hadn't changed that, so that needed to be done. And the other one was a battery light.
And the other one was the
alternator. So it turns out that our alternator's not charging our battery, so
that was one of them.
Yeah.
And it may have set off a false alarm in the fuel filter, but when we did pull that out, that was like filthy and needed to be done anyway, so who knows. So anyway, we are in Cowell at least overnight. Yes, we now have to wait for an alternator to be sent up from Port Lincoln. Hopefully we've managed to get it in time. Hopefully we get it tomorrow. So it should be here tomorrow. So we're at Perry's Mechanics Automotive, and he's been kind enough to let us park in his yard right here for fitting the parts, and we can leave as soon as that's done. So fingers crossed. Everyone cross your fingers. That'll be too late for them. Well, you can still cross your fingers for us, because you don't know how this is going to end either. And yeah, we'll catch up with you tomorrow. So, good news, our alternator has arrived. It's been fitted. He's just doing some finishing off bits and bobs, so we're just packing up. So hopefully everything works. Fingers crossed. So we're just going to run through our Starlink pack up so you can see how easy it is. Right, so the first thing that we need to do is go to settings on the Starlink app,
click on the Starlink button, and then we need to stow the Starlink, and what that'll do is close the pole down so we can pack it away. So we'll show you what that looks like.
There you go, simple as that. Now that's easy to pack down. This one's for the router, which we'll get to in a minute. And this simply just sits on top of here like that. There, and that's it. Normally you would roll up your cables, and all your cables would go, you've got pockets all around here for your cables to go in, but because we stow them in the boot, we don't have to worry about it. So that's it. That's all ready to go. There's one cable that we do actually put in there. It's this one.
So that's the cable that goes from the Starlink to the what's it called, inverter. You would have noticed the plugs are quite hard to get out of the modem and the Starlink. They've got lots of seals on it, so they are a little tricky to pull out. But yeah, it means that they're nicely sealed and protected.
Yep, waterproofing. First, which is the one that goes directly to the modem. And we just put that there like that for now. And then we get this one. This is the one that goes through the literally just wraps around here. This is one of the filters I was talking about earlier. Okay. Easy.
Alright folks, it's 12:15 and we are on our way.
Yay, everything's been sorted.
Yeah.
So far, all good.
Set us back $1,000.
Yep.
Not really what we anticipated at the start of this next bit,
No.
but hey, it is what it is.
Yep.
And thanks Perry's for helping us out and getting us out of trouble.
Yeah, and these guys have been extremely busy, and we were very, very lucky to get in and get them to do it pretty much overnight for us.
Yeah, so thanks Perry's, really appreciate it. And
peace, love and mung beans.
Yeah, we'll see you when we see you.
Yep. Hi guys, what we've got here is some Franklin Bay oysters from Cowell. They come from Shuck Me Oysters. I've just shucked these. We're now at Norfolk Rise. So we're going to try it with this amazing Norfolk Rise Riesling.
I'm just going to add on to that. So Norfolk Rise is in Mount Benson, which is, well, it's actually in between Robe and Kingston on the southeast coast of South Australia. So before we started travelling, I was the cellar door manager at Norfolk Rise Wines, and we've come down to the southeast for a special occasion. Some good friends of ours are getting married the weekend after Easter. So we are at Norfolk Rise over Easter to help them out in the cellar door. So it's kind of cool being back for the weekend.
Yes.
And seeing all of our old friends and work colleagues, and yeah, we're having a great time.
We're having a great time so far. Got a couple of days work. Hey, in a cellar door.
I know, right? So this is one of their new Rieslings in the Maritime range. It's called High and Dry Riesling, and it is their drier style of Riesling, which will go perfectly with these oysters. These oysters are beautiful. We had some a couple of nights ago. When they're not shucked, they will last in their shells for 8 days, and you can always refresh them by putting them in salt water again, and they will last for another 8 days before you need to shuck them. So, we broke our rules.
We did. One of our rules when we're travelling is that we don't want to stop any time after 3 or 3:30. So we like to find out where we're going, get in there, get it done, get set up by 3:30. We broke that rule.
Yeah, twice. So we made it to Crystal Brook on our first night from leaving Cowell. We got there at about 7:15.
Yep, and it was a big day because we didn't get the troopy fixed until after lunch. We then had to stop in Whyalla to do grocery shopping. Kem had an interview, so we had a Skype meeting or a Zoom meeting. So by the time that was all over and done with, we didn't leave Whyalla till after 4 o'clock.
Yeah. So we were knackered, but because we had that extra day in Cowell that we weren't planning on, we had to make up the time.
So we pushed on through, and that was good. We like Crystal Brook. It's a great little town, beautiful, picturesque buildings in that place.
Yeah, it's very pretty.
Going through there, stop.
And the little park in town is free as well.
It's a free park, or a donation park.
At the railway tracks.
At the railway tracks.
So it's always a nice little stop off.
Yep.
From there, we were planning on staying
There's a nice little free park just out of Tailem Bend.
On the Coorong Highway.
Meningie Road.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, everyone
Easter.
had our idea.
Yeah.
So we got there and it was absolutely chock-a-block. There were vans and buses everywhere.
Yeah.
So we decided to push on a little bit further and see what we could find. Unfortunately, the Coorong, because it is a national park,
there's really no spots
unless
you want to stay at a caravan park.
Yep.
No free camps. So
we did a little bit of stealth camping. As you can see, our rig is
not as
really stealth
in
camping.
any stretch of the imagination.
But we stopped at Policeman's Point.
So we were hoping that no one would move us along because we were tired.
And once again, we
got there at like 6:30 or something. So 2 days we broke our rules.
Yep. But it was worth it. We got the next day was an easy trip from Policeman's Point down to Mount Benson, an hour and a half, something like a bit over an hour and a half. and so we were set up nice and early down here. So
yeah, so we're just set up in Mount Benson over the Easter weekend, and we'll see you on the next one. See you, Cowell.
you've been awesome, Cowell.